Okay, so now... Oh, jeez, I just about spilled that on myself. If I did this right... That's really loud. Check, 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 check. Why is that not changing at all? Crap.
What are you looking at?
Check, 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 check. There we go. There we go. Is that better?
In the way I can hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was loud. Now it's not as loud.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to check this out. I just want to make sure this audio is working. Come on, sucker. There we go.
Yeah.
It was loud. Now it's not as loud.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. Technical difficulties on the first stream. I'm going to turn myself down more. Dang, I don't know why those faders aren't working, but... so here's what we're going to do. We're going to run it back. The audio did work on the movement standards, so once we're done here, I think I'll be able to clip that out. We can just use that separately. But as you can see there's the workout. I'm going to skip ahead to the part where we actually do it, and then we'll talk through it at the end. Or I guess while we're watching it, I guess. There's movement standards. I'll cut that part out because it still exists. And gotta be getting close here. Oh, that's when I walked over to the camera and I said I've been sick for the past week. So if I win, it's even more impressive. All right, we're about to start.
So the thing, a little bit about what we said that we didn't go through is that this is the first test of 3, and it is a gymnastic heavy workout. We explained gymnastics a little bit. So maybe this is always how you define gymnastics, but from at least a CrossFit perspective, it's moving your body around an object. You gave a little bit more than that, but what we're doing in this workout is there's 3 different levels of 2 gymnastics type movements, meaning you're pushing with your upper body and you're pulling with your upper body. And there's both of those in each set. They just get more difficult in terms of skill. And then, of course, you're more tired as you're going on, so it's also adding the cardiovascular fitness component.
Well, it's adding... Right, I would say the fact that you're doing them on the clock is adding the cardiovascular element. The cumulative muscular fatigue is what's adding up as you go deeper into the workout. So if you didn't see the little chart at the beginning, man, yeah, like can't talk here. 2 simple movements at the beginning: hand release push up. This jumping pull-up variation. So the way I wrote this workout was everybody can start this, right? So pull-up bar 6 inches from the top of your head, standing position. Use your legs as much as you want to. Get your chin above the bar. Pretty much everybody can do that. Standard for the hand release push-up. Not being strict about anything as far as body position when you're going through that range of motion, as long as your chest hits the ground, hands come off the ground, full lockout position at the top. So, super, super accessible to start this workout.
You conveniently hid behind that pole here, so we couldn't really see where you were at.
Oh, yeah, that is a bad view. It's all right. Trust me.
But yeah, after we were done and kind of reviewing how it went, we were talking about many times in CrossFit competitions, they'll have 3 different levels. They'll have a scale division, an intermediate division, or RX division, and then an elite or an RX division, depending on what they want to call them. And I feel like the way this workout went, that first section, anybody that even can't do RX meaning prescription, how the way that the workout is prescribed, even if you can't do that, you should be able to get at least some work done in that section. And then it gets more difficult. So like an intermediate to RX level athlete would be able to do chest to bar pull-ups and wall walks. And then you're getting to the most difficult skills in CrossFit, which would be the strict wall-facing handstand push-up and then the ring muscle-up.
Yeah, so we're going here on these wall walks, and for us, we're both anticipating finishing this workout, right? So you saw at the beginning, we were kind of pacing those first two movements a little bit, and then we get to the wall walks, and we both are pacing those right away. It's not that we, couldn't get there and fly through those, but knowing what's coming, we're slowing this down a little bit, not trying to do the beginning of the workout as fast as possible. We're trying to do the whole scope of the test and finish as quickly as possible. So pacing it correctly, pacing it appropriately, keeping some basically not redlining too early and being able to have enough in the tank to still be hitting big sets at the end of the workout. That's the goal.
Yep. And you'll see when I get back to the pull-ups. So you're a lot better at pull-ups than I am. Specifically, the type of pull-up you're doing, it's called a butterfly pull-up. And I can do those. I'm just not very proficient at them. So it's not very efficient for me. It just spikes up my heart rate, and I can get off rhythm, so then I'm just wasting energy. So I decided to do a kip, just a normal kip, to do these chest to bars. But chest to bars in general get my heart rate up. So if I needed to not have that be the case when I get to the ring muscle up and strict handstand push up is why I broke it up so much. So I broke it up right away.
Yeah, and even on those wall walks, all of them felt great. I was just taking quick breathers in between each one, just trying to manage my heart rate. That's all it was.
And if you are pretty good at wall walks, my suggestion is if you can do it on the way back to the wall, it's even better. But for sure on the way back, try not to do as many steps with your hands. Try to do like one or two big steps to get back to that line. Did you do 10 in a row there too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See that? I think I baked 3 sets here.
Oh yeah, nice kip.
Maybe not.
5,
Oh, it's 6.
There we go. 6-4?
I don't even remember.
About to find out.
I doubt it. I think I might have went 2-2.
So we mentioned this a little bit, but we didn't. This was when we did this the first time. This section of the workout. Oh, I thought I was doing more wall walks there.
I did do 6-4.
There you go. So that middle section, that's where most guys are going to be just fighting for reps, fighting for, every additional rep is probably another spot, right? Going to be a lot of ties, a lot of bottlenecking right there throughout the middle of that. And now, that's where the men separate themselves.
Yeah, so if there's any movement that I potentially would be better than you at in this whole workout, this would be it. So you took a pretty decent break in between those, but then what did you do, 3?
4, 3, 3.
So I do a set of 6 here.
2,
I probably could have
3,
did them all, but I did not want to go into those muscle-ups.
5. Yeah, I was afraid that you were just going to do 10 and pass me right here.
Yeah. You never know what the other movement, for me anyway, you never know what the other movements, how they interfere with my muscle-ups. Because it's just we say it's an upper body pulling movement, but it requires everything, basically. If your core isn't there, you can't do them.
This rep was hard.
Oh, yeah, he's using the walk-up. Using the walk-up.
Yeah, that's good.
But I'm thinking, we're going to try to do an athlete profile on each of the athletes, but just some guys that we already know about. Somebody like Tony, who I think will get to the handstand push-ups and do those pretty easy, but he's never done a ring muscle-up, so this might be the time where he gets his first ring muscle-up, which would be awesome.
That'd be great. Should have plenty of time for it, too. What's on the clock? 7:45. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he'll be
So you had
too
four and a
far
half,
behind that.
about 4.5 minutes. And you hit a set of 4 here, you said?
Yep. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I caught that one really deep.
Yeah. And then I took those. I don't like the grips on the rings.
So I did a set of 3, that last dip. That's where, so I said interference earlier. This is what I mean with the push-ups, the chest and triceps, with the wall walks, chest and triceps. I mean, you're taxing it a little bit, even with the pull chest to bar. And then the strict handstand push-ups. And then you got to get up here and do dips. That muscle fatigue is happening. So 4, 3. I think I do 2 here.
Yeah. I really wanted to hit 3 here, but I figured I'd better not risk it.
I wonder why I thought it was 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because this is when we just hit the 9-minute mark. That's when you have to finish the second part, right?
Right. The second set of pull-ups, chest bar.
Jump up at the same time here, but I'm 2 behind. Watch this dip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I normally would have quit after that second one. I was locked in there. Could not extend my arm. So I'm at 7. You're about to hit your last one.
This is the last one, yep. Look it out.
9:41. So that's what you guys are shooting for, 9:41. So I'm sitting here thinking, all right, I only have 10 seconds left. Why don't I just get one more?
Yeah, I mean,
Catch it.
you wouldn't have gotten a second either way.
No, I would definitely not have went for any more than one, but I walk around here thinking I'm done.
Right, you might have rested longer before even. Yeah, this is what I'm telling him.
This is where he's like, what are you doing? Oh, yeah. Crap, now I got to go do more work.
Oh, it's good.
So, yeah, we both finish. We got a couple other guys that potentially could finish. Some guys that we don't know enough about to know if they will finish or not.
Yeah, so we've also already had 2 other guys do the workout. One kind of first part of the workout was made to make sure he got through. He got through it. Then he failed maybe 5 attempts at a wall walk.
Yeah, he worked hard.
He did. He
couldn't hear me when I was screaming at him from the church.
He tested it beforehand, and he had one because he helped me tape those lines. And he got up there, and he was saying like, "Wow, this is really, really close as far as just how vertical and how close to the wall you got to get."
Yeah.
But all right, there it was. So afterwards, we get on here and say something about how we'll do this setup on Saturday morning. And
yeah, I said I couldn't believe how much that first section taxes you. I mean, it gets your heart rate up for sure, and I was trying to pace it, but it also you start to feel it in your pecs, by the second round. So if you're one who knows you're not going to get through that, or that's all you're going to get through, you're not going to get to the second round, or even if you're just going to get a few wall walks maybe in the second round, you want to speed through that as much as you can. But if you feel like you're going to get to the muscle up, then you want to pace it a little bit more than you might think.
Yep. Yeah, we were saying even for the guys who are going to make it through the whole thing or close to the whole thing, do not overlook that first part.
Yep. So just to make sure hopefully everybody watches this, we want you to have a score. You have to have somebody judge you at this gym at New City Fitness. Ideally, you would come on Saturday morning at 6 a.m. We're going to have a few heats. Obviously, we have 30 people, so we can't all go at the same time. But you'll have, maybe 2-3 heats where somebody's judging you, so that make sure you're hitting the standard. It just kind of puts a little bit more pressure on you. Somebody's watching you, but it's also the best way to do these type of things. Adds another element to it that you're not used to if you're just working out on your own. And then, we're going to be set up something like this, kind of commentating on all of it, giving some profiles of the people that are going. So it should be a fun deal.
I'm pretty impressed with this little picture-in-picture thing we got going on right now. It's pretty great.
Is this the first time you've done something like this?
Yeah.
Cool.
I told you we could do it without actually knowing we could do it.
Until somebody watches it and there's no audio.
I think we're good.